Another day, another dollar. You know how I grind. It's another episode of the EZ Corner. I am your host, Matthew Ezerike. Today, my guest, one of the most prolific guards, not only in the district of Fort Bend, but one of the most prolific guards in the city. He has the Travis Tigers currently at 23-2. My guy, the Killer Cam, Kameron Newsome, class of 2025, man. Welcome to the EZ Corner, man. I appreciate it. Cameron, bro, man, what's up, man? Just
nothing much. You know, we just finished the first part of district, going 7-0. We feel really good. Just trying to carry that over to the second part.
Just talk about this Travis team. Obviously, you got a lot of great players led by one of the best coaches, like I said, in the city, obviously in the state of Texas, and Coach Brownson. Kind of just talk about your teammates a little bit. You guys are 23-2, which nobody probably couldn't imagine, but just kind of just give credit to them.
Yeah, so starting off the season, we start all the way back in the spring.
Yeah.
After season ends from last year, like Coach Brownson gets us going. We just played so many games together throughout these few months. So like spring, we were looking rough. Summer league, we were looking okay. Then back when we got back to school, we did fall league. We were looking rough again. And like, I'm not gonna lie, like I didn't expect us to be 23-2.
Yeah.
Like so many people have developed. Like I'm gonna give credit to like everybody on the team, not just starters, like, but just like our bench guys, like competing. We compete every day in practice. It just combines to games, and then like it transfers over to games, and that's what gets us 23-2. And I'm like really proud of the team, like just giving credit to those guys.
One thing I would want to say, over the years, I've watched you grow. I've seen you, obviously, like I just said, same middle school, Lake Olympia Middle School. I used to coach you. We'll get into that. But like the last almost couple of years, I feel like you've been playing with an edge. You've been taking it personal. Can you talk about your play and just looking at like every time that you play, you believe it's like a chip on your shoulder?
Yeah. Okay, so back in middle school, like I was a little like chubby and all that stuff. Then COVID happened.
Yeah.
And like for those 5 through 7 months, like I would be at my uncle's house, and like shout out to him because like we woke up at 5:30, 6 a.m. every morning, and we worked out, lifted weights, ran, did basketball stuff, and I did that throughout the whole COVID. Like since spring break we didn't come back to spring break all the way to like a month before school starting. And like I took that like that year, like in basketball, I literally wanted to quit. Like I promise I literally wanted to quit, and I'm just glad I didn't do that. I worked out, and like ever since then, like I know how much I work and how much ever like and everything I put into the game. So like when I go into it, like whoever we step in front of, I trust my team, I trust myself, and all the coaches, everybody, that like we're gonna win.
When you look at some of these guys in the city, obviously, like, people are kind of absurd to say players, or we don't look at rankings. When you look at some of these guys that you know, per se, the scouting reports or the scouting services saying that they're better than you, what is your mindset when you see matchups, when you have to match up with some of these guys?
I just take it as like a challenge. Like, okay, he's better, so he has nothing to lose. But like, I mean, he has more to lose. Mm-hmm. I have nothing to lose, so I'm gonna go out there and kill him. Like, before every game, I mean, all my coaches know this. I've been writing this since I've been on varsity. Like, I put kill and on both hands, and like I go into the game just looking at it like we need to kill this team. Like defeat, like get the energy out of them early.
How impressed are you with your personal growth and your growth in the game of basketball? Like you said, you wanted to quit. Are you still surprised till this day on like how good that you've become? Because like I said, personally, I've called you the forefront runner for the district MVP.
Yeah.
So like, can you just imagine like from your freshman year knowing that you're going to be, did you imagine yourself or envision yourself in this position?
Honestly, like freshman year, after a few games freshman year, like I kind of saw it, yeah. But like if I'm going all the way back to middle school, like I never thought I'd be in this position, like to where I'm getting my, like, it's everybody's dream, like middle school, like you want to go to NBA and all that stuff, but I like realistically, I never thought I'd be in this position, get my college paid for it. I don't know the words, but like I'm really sad, like not satisfied with myself, but proud of myself, like that I'm doing that, and I did so much work off the court, on the court to get to where I'm at.
I want to kind of touch subjects a little bit off the court. You're talking about, like, you know, you put so much work. Talk about the importance, like you said, you're in a position to get college paid for. Just talk about the important piece of the educational piece as being a student athlete, especially at Travis, a prestigious school not only in sports but also academically. Talk about the importance, because a lot of younger viewers kind of watch. Kind of just stress the importance of being that top-notch student athlete.
Yeah, so like Travis is they're a really good school for education, but also Travis, like, not even on the basketball standpoint, but the teachers there and like all the APs are really amazing. Like everybody, all the teachers that I have, I know this year, last year, all my years I've been at Travis, like they all came and been ready to teach, and that makes the class like fun and all that stuff. And we have so many APs that are so nice to, especially us athletes, like we're like, it feels really good.
It's funny that you say that. Miss Sarah LaBerge, she was actually my 6th grade English teacher at Lake Olympia. That's the AP at Travis. She was my 6th grade English teacher at Lake Olympia. So like I believe, like, knowing her, and she's the forefront at Travis. The way that she taught, I'm pretty sure like she's the forefront at Travis. So I'm not surprised how well Travis is doing under her leadership.
Yeah.
Talk about. We talk a little bit off camera about it. Kind of just talk about the coaches at Travis High School. Like I said, I believe that they have a voice in you guys going 23-2. Like I just see the engagement. Like when it's a big play, when there's mistakes, they're coaching you guys up possession through possession. Not just Brownson, but his remarkable staff. Talk about that.
Yeah, so like everybody in Travis, like Coach Brownson does a really good job, but like he makes sure everybody in Travis has like a voice, because everybody on the coaching staff is really bought into like what we're doing and how we're doing it. And like even not even going to games, but even in practice, like anytime they see somebody like not cut through fast enough, not cut hard enough, or like go not game speed, like they all get on us. Even like freshman coach, JV coach, they all get on us, and like that really pushes us through practice to go to like game speed, and then it transfers over to the game. So like all the coaches have really bought into the Travis way, basically. That's what we call it.
Coach Brownson, Coach Craig Brownson, a guy that has been to the regional finals, I believe, because I said I'm a Fort Bend alum. So like I want to say he's been to the regional finals 3 years in a row. I think he hasn't even missed the playoffs since he's been at Travis. Somebody got to quote me if I'm wrong, but I know ever since he's been the coach at Travis, I don't think he's missed the playoffs. This year, and I told you, probably the last couple of years, he has put on a virtuoso of like it's almost a Picasso painting of how to coach basketball. Talk about Coach Brownson, not only the coach, but Coach Brownson the man, because I follow you guys on social media, the Twitter and the Instagrams. Yeah. I see like on Christmases, he's bringing you guys to his house like this is a yearly thing. So just talk about what Coach Brownson has taught you, not just only on the court, but off the court, because the man he is remarkable. And year in and year out, I see alumni come back to come watch you guys play because of the heart of a Coach Brownson. Kind of talk about that.
Yeah, so like going off the court things, like, I mean, like after practices, after Saturday practice, like we literally have hour conversations. Like it's just like a free space to just talk to them. Like we talk about anything, not even basketball related, but like anything that's going on in life. And Christmases, like he always invites us. You don't have, like, obviously you don't have to come, but everybody shows up because like we're all a family. He cooks for us, and like we have a Santa, like Secret Santa basically. And then before playoff games, we do the same thing. We go over to his house, eat food, and like he was like a really good guy. Off the court, just like it may not seem like that, but off the court he's a really good guy. He teaches us how to be like young men, yeah. And that's what he really emphasized. He's always saying like the ball's gonna stop bouncing at some point, and like y'all are gonna have to be men at some point and be servant leaders to like the community and everything. So that's what he really teaches us, and it's like really good.
Can you do me a favor? You think that he'll come do the easy corner?
I'll tell him about it. I'll tell him about it. I'm just going to like, I'll tell him about it.
Tell him I'll even come to Travis. Yeah. I'll come do it at Travis if he allows me to, because like that's one brain that I actually want to pick, because like he's one of the guys that, like I just said, I went to Elkins High School class of 2011. So that means he's seen it all in Fort Bend. And there are some questions that's been going around that I've probably opposed that he can probably settle it. About moms and how much she's meant to you
Oh my God.
over the years, because like I see mom at every game. You know, like I said, I was at the Hightower game. I actually waited for you to tell you to come on the easy quarter. She was just like, "Where's Cam? Is he on that bus?
Oh.
Make sure she get on that bus." Talk about the importance of your mother, and where would you be, you know, if she was just like a big part of your life?
Oh my gosh, it's like really, absolutely. So my mom, first off, my mom been all my 4 years of my games, 4 o'clock games, back to my freshman year, all the way to my varsity game, sophomore through junior year. She's never missed a game. And the only time I can remember her, the only time she's missed a game is when she was sick, and my granny was recording it live, and she made sure to watch it. So yeah, like that means like a lot. Like I know sometimes I really like, cause she wants me to like do so good. Like she's yelling at me in the stands, and she like the loudest one in the stands. But like she just wants me to be great. And like sometimes like I like dismiss it, and like I'm just like, please stop, cause it's like embarrassing.
Yeah.
I know it comes from like love and stuff. And like I don't think I would like whenever I went to quit, like back in 7th grade, like she was like, okay, if you want to do that, like you're gonna really have to commit to school and stuff. But I don't think you should, because you work so hard. Like I've been playing basketball since I was 4 years old. So like she knew how much passion I had, and like that wasn't the right choice. So she really helped me in that time of my life to stay wanting to play basketball. She actually took me to my Uncle Jack's house, because back then we lived back in Missouri City, Hightower.
Yeah.
And I moved like in February for 8th grade. But she would take me to my Uncle Jack's house. He lives in Richmond.
Yeah.
And I was like a 20-minute drive every day. She was like just dedicated to me being better and yeah, so like I did that, and she's just been in my life like really, like not even outside of basketball, like she's done everything for me. Literally my car, our house, like everything. Like, and that's like I don't tell her a lot, but I love my mom. Like
I love it. And I'm gonna look at this camera, and I'm going to apologize to her for 7th grade. The game that I didn't play Cameron. I apologize. That's on me. Like, it was a lot of players. The coach wasn't there. He expected me to get a job done. So I'm going to apologize. But the one thing I would say on Cam, Cam never actually even gave me no grief about it. That's the one thing that I'm going to speak on when I used to teach or coach Cam. He never really gave me no slack. He understood what I was doing. He never complained. He always put his head down and just went to work. He wasn't even a troublesome student. He said, okay, I didn't play. But the thing about it is, he supported his teammates. That's the one thing that I can specifically remember. I actually had to go up and tell him and say, my bad, that's all me. Cam didn't say, oh man, you didn't play. But there's a lot of, and you know what? There was a lot of parents that year that tried to charge me up. And Cam's mom didn't even charge me up and say, yo, you didn't play my son. Cam just knew, like, I had to go to work. So to see where you're at right now, I'm proud of you. And like I just said, I don't take credit for it, but like I just said, like, knowing that you are one of the dudes that I taught and coached, and seeing where you at develop now, I said it's nothing short of amazing, because it's funny. I don't think we've really we will say what's up in passing, but I haven't really had a big conversation with you, because I was like, I don't know if he really felt some type of way about me for not playing him in 7th grade. But the thing about it is, I knew it was good, because like after the Elkins game, I think that was kind of the time to be like, okay, what's up, man? What's up? Like every time we see each other, it was always respect. But I was actually kind of hesitant to see if you're going to come on the show. I was like, does he still remember what I did to him in 7th grade? I said, that was my thing. So I was like, let's let it go. But that transition, like you said, you've been playing basketball since you were 4 years old. Talk about those times and just kind of developing your game year in and year out. You said it was your uncle that kind of just that was training you. Talk about those times.
Yeah, so since I was 4, I was playing I-9, and then like elementary time, it was like this thing called, it was like a 4-bin league. It was at the rec center, and so I did that a lot, and like that was just we always played up. And my little cousin, he's a junior. He plays football and basketball, but he would always play like double up with me. Okay. So he was playing double up, I'll play up. And then like we really ran the league. Like we wasn't always winning, but like it was clear like we was gonna be good people, like good players. But yeah, like I just developed my game I can really say like my left hand, my freshman year was not good at all. Like I didn't go to it any type of way. But now I can finish my left hand dribble. I feel confident with my left hand more. And that's just been like, I don't know, like not even off the court stuff, but like doing the Travis. Like we do a lot of things for development, like of like for Travis. So they build you up into your freshman year all the way. We still work on ball handling every day.
Yeah.
And then so that like I don't know. I feel like my game has really developed a lot.
Yeah, because I would say like there's a lot of times that you go to the rim with your left, and the thing that I'm impressed with is like you actually kind of extend it with your left hand with a little range. Like you can take the bump and then like it's not really a layup, but it's like almost like a float layup, a floater off glass, but like you're so strong. So I noticed that like you get to that move like quite often. It's almost like an N1, like every time bump, left hand finish. Yeah. Like I've seen that. Now let's kind of transition obviously to middle school days.
Okay.
Obviously 6th and 7th grade, Lake Olympia Middle School. You make the team 7th grade. Obviously we have talent like Jarek Sasser, point guard. Shout out Jarek at Hightower, Jarek Sasser. Miles, point guard at Elkins right now. Carter Stewart, cornerback at Shadow Creek, was on that team. Cameron Roberts, guy at Ridge Point. Those times. Talk about those times. I said I know how it went, but I want to hear from your perspective. How did those times go?
Yeah, so I mean, going into 6th grade, I was like, I had just like Lake Olympia. I was always zoned to like an elementary school for Lake Olympia, but I went to Palmer and I wasn't like zoned there. But I went there and so I didn't know anybody.
I went to Palmer too, so it's okay. So I get it too. I went to Palmer too, yeah.
And like I didn't know anybody, but like I remember I was in a regular PE class, and like we was hooping and Coach Blair had saw it.
Yeah.
And then so he was like, "What's your name?" Like I introduced myself and he put me in the athletic period. And that's where I met like Jared, everybody. Like me and Jared, like we still text. He played on my AUT. So like I had met all of them and like we was hooping there. And then going to 7th grade, I was on the like I don't know what I was doing that summer, but going to 7th grade, I was just eating, playing the game, and when I had practice for AAU, I would go to practice.
Yeah.
And so like, yeah, I think that's when I really like gained some like weight.
Yeah.
And so that's whenever I made the team.
Yeah.
And I was like, I made the team and I was like, okay, I'm gonna like play like, cause I've always been like a starter, like.
Yeah.
And then so like that was really like a humbling moment, like, like, okay, like I'm not playing as much.
Yeah.
But I didn't take it like discouraging. Like I just like still worked and stuff. Yeah. So I did that, and then it was like humbling, like not to play because I've always been a starter on my AAU team.
Yeah.
And yeah, like it was just good building connections with those guys, and like I still like love that team. Like I'll talk to anybody on that team. Like I still love that team. Like we were really good, and I'll take anything you did. Like
thank you.
So, really good.
I remember, it still hurts me to this day. The Final Four game against Thornton.
Oh,
the Final Four game against Thornton to get there, because I think that was the year that Lake Olympia almost ran the table. Remember 8th grade A team. That was 8th grade A team won. 8th grade B team went to the championship, but they lost. But they won in 7th grade. And I think 7B was in the championship.
Yeah.
So like, and then on the girls' side, I know we're the only team that didn't get to Hodgson Fieldhouse, man. We were the only Lake Olympia team. But like that Thornton team, I just remember Kajon Arnold. We had no. We had no because that was before Dorian was Dorian.
Yeah,
that was before Dorian.
He was like the same. I feel like he was like the same as me a little bit. Like
yeah. So then obviously we're kind of gonna transfer over to 8th grade. Obviously it was COVID. I think you kind of touched on it a little bit, but I kind of want you to go more in depth with it as far as how personal it was for you. How like is there a time that somebody said something in the midst of that year that you said, what happened to me 7th grade, I can't allow that to happen again? Like so was it something in your mind or something was said to you?
It was really like, I don't know what pushed me that year, but it was something like I was just I think it was really my uncle again. Like, and just my cousin. Like, he was always like strong and athletic, and so like I was like, yeah, I need to get like this. Like, and so those months like. And I'm not gonna say like it was just off of pure like working. Like I was 5'3", 5'2".
Yeah.
I grew to 5'10". I grew 7 or 8 inches over that time period.
So so you say like 7th grade summer to 8th grade, you went from like 5'3" to 5'10"?
Yes.
Okay.
And so like that was like also like encouraging. Like, okay, I just got taller.
Yeah.
I slimmed out a little bit, and I still lifted, and I played football and all that stuff. So it was like, I don't know. I just really took that as like, yeah, I need to. And also when I went to Buoy, it was like a lot of people that didn't know me, and like it was a lot like, you know how all hoopers are, like they were like you can try like something like that.
So I got a question, because obviously we know the demographics from Lake Olympia to Buoy. So it's just like, but the thing about Buoy is they always be winning though. Buoy, I always find them in the district championship or like from that side of town. So like obviously at Lake Olympia, we know what language some of these students are speaking.
Yeah.
Like we ain't letting you get away with that, man. No, so like you probably go to Buoy like, I've been over there. Yeah.
I was on that.
You're like I've been on that side. Yeah. So just talk about that transition. Because I would say this is how I would describe it from the outside looking in. Like Olympia may have made you the dog, Buoy might have made you the better basketball player.
Yeah.
So kind of just talk about that.
Yeah. So going into Buoy, like we was the trial. It was this dude. Like we had like a good trial team, and like I'm talking about Skylar on this other trial.
We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
So like. I was like they put me on a team with this dude, Carmelo, me, and then we had like a few other people, I can't remember. But me and Carmelo was like this athletic football player. Like he won something like athlete of the year for 8th grade.
Okay.
And so like, he was like, we was little like, all right, like we were the new people to the school. And so we was like, on every team, like we was like, all right, we're full court trapping you. And we was get the steal, I'll pass to him, you score, he'd get steal, pass to him, he score. So like the coaches were watching, they're like, who are these kids? Like also it's like where'd they come from? And then like we got to Skylar's team. Skylar's team got all the people like on my team right now at varsity. Like they had Chinapso, our big, Morrow, like, and then Skylar and everybody else. And so like that was the only team we lost to, because they was like packed with like, that was basically the A team, like 8th grade A team.
So was Skylar went to Buoy or Crockett?
He went to Buoy.
You went to Buoy, okay.
Yeah, so we was on the same team and all that stuff, but yeah, like those trials were like intense, and that's when everybody finally knew what I could do. Like I was just letting them talk, like I was like, all right, but yeah.
So at that time, that's when you hit that 5'10" growth spurt.
Yeah.
I was gonna go ahead.
So football, I was like 5'8", and then that Christmas break, I grew about another 2 inches. I came back, I was like 5'10", and that's when I really slimmed down. I was like skinny like to a bone.
Okay.
Yeah. So
can would you remember vividly on that trials for Buoy? Was it like your body? Was it almost like an out of body experience? You were doing different things, like, oh yo, I wasn't able to do this a year ago, but I know like I'm 5'10", it's easy. Yeah. So just talk about kind of like that, a little bit of the trials.
Yeah. So in the trials, like that was really the first time. I wouldn't say the first time I went against somebody, but like organized, like that was really the first time like because AAU was like, we couldn't do AAU that year. So that was like the first organized thing that I really did. And like, I was like yeah, like this worked, like it's showing right now. And so that's when I really like, after that, I literally got added to their group, like their Snapchat group chat. And they were like, oh, this dude Cam still like, we were just talking. We were like, just, you know how hoopers are like,
yeah,
you just like build a bond through playing basketball.
Yeah.
So that's what we did. And like all that work just showed into the tryouts.
Obviously that season was cut short by COVID.
Yeah.
Can you just tell me, do you kind of still think about what could have been? Like, was it more like we were coming after Thornton to win the district championship?
Yeah, definitely. I thought we was going to win the district championship. And when I found out the season was only 5 games, I was actually like disappointed, because I remember that, like going against, I can't remember, but going against Crockett, like you know, they have like Borsey on Bush right now, like
Yeah.
and like that was my first ever 20 ball game. Like I had 22 against them, like threes, like, and like it was just, I just feel like he was going with this.
No, because it's funny. The funny part about it was, I think that's when Laco was actually decimated, because that's the time that Miles reclassed.
Yeah.
Carter didn't show up that whole year. So we were just looking like we were losing. Matter of fact, there was a game against Baines, and we were up by 20 points, and Baines came back and beat us, and we were looking like.
I remember watching that. I remember watching that. I know watching that game. Right?
No.
That was crazy.
Yeah. So all of a sudden, like I said, it's COVID. COVID during that time, like I said, I think that's when people just stopped going to school. Like around like March, people started going. We didn't go back to school. Talk about what were you doing to better your game during that time?
So from COVID to like when we got back to school.
Yes.
Okay. So I was the 5:30, like the 5:30, 6 o'clock workouts every day for 5 days a week, like just doing that, and then conditioning, doing basketball stuff, lifting weights. Like I just did that for, I would say when we found out we didn't have to go to school anymore, like after that spring break thing, like 2 weeks after I started going to my Uncle Jack's house, and we started like doing that stuff, and I just did that all the way throughout, like till 1 month before school started. And yeah, that was like.
How important was that year to your development?
That was really important. I always tell people like, COVID saved me. Like literally, if COVID didn't happen, I don't know where I'd be right now. But COVID saved me, like literally.
You get back to Travis. You get to Travis in 9th grade year. You know, I think sometimes people, take for granted freshman A team, because I think right now we're in a society that, I want my son playing varsity as a freshman. Obviously, you're coming from a program that believes in the development, believes in the growth, not only of players on the court, but also off the court. Just talk about your freshman year on freshman team.
Okay, so yeah, like first I would say like being on freshman A team means not, like that does not mean that you're not good enough to be on like JV varsity.
Thank you.
But like it's just your development, like what you want to go against players your size for your development. Like it's just all about your development. Being on JV or varsity, you're not going to get as much play time or the type of development.
So but before you kind of get into that, I actually have a former student that goes to Travis. He's on sophomore, Dalen Raby.
Oh,
so I tell him all the time, because I said I know that he was injured his freshman year. I told him all the time. I said, "How you looking?" He's like, "Coach, I feel like I can contribute." I said, do what you have to do on sophomore team. Just trust me, the coaches are noticing you. Yeah. So like I just tell them, like, you never know what happens in 1 year. Because I said you can play, but I said you have to realize you haven't played basketball like in a year and a half. Yeah. Like you've always been injured. So like when you tell me that, what the freshman A team about like, about the development and about the playing kids your size, how much that mean to you? Because I'm pretty sure that freshman A probably still puts you in preparation to get major minutes your sophomore year on varsity.
Yeah, so I really feel like I'm kind of glad, like I'm really glad actually that I was on freshman A, because like you said that like going into my sophomore year, I did not think I was going to start on varsity, but I ended up starting on varsity. Mm-hmm. But the way and like Coach Pill, he was a freshman coach. He actually just left. Like he went back to his hometown. But the way he developed us, like I knew when I got to varsity, I knew every play that varsity ran. Mm. I knew his speed. Like we had to play. He always told us like pressure on defense. Like that's what we do on varsity now. And like everything that we do, like it transferred over. Like so being on freshman A team, like it really transferred over to being on varsity. I feel like if I was on JV that year, like I wouldn't have got as much play time, and like it wouldn't really be like you have to do this, you have to do that. Like it's kind of like but the development that I had on freshman A team and playing with also the guys that I play with now, like that
the chemistry.
Yeah, that.
As a senior leader right now, do you go back and kind of talk to freshmen and kind of talk to them a little bit about that process, even though you might not see them as much because different class periods, but like in a game, like, or do you kind of give them that type of advice? Because I know a lot of people at that school want to be where you're at right now. So what do you kind of tell them?
Yeah, so like all of our, like Coach Brownson has us come to a game before like 2 hours before we actually play. So we're watching freshmen like second half, second quarter, all that stuff. Like when we get on the bench, like we're all on the, like as many bench spots as we can get. We're on the bench, like talking to them, like saying what they need to do. I just encouraging them because like, you know how freshman mindset, like anything they do bad, like, dang, my mom finna get on me or my dad finna get on me after the game, or like it's just like they're not used to that. And so like we just encourage them, like it's okay to make mistakes. Like everybody makes mistakes, but how are you gonna make up for it? How are you gonna like put your effort back into it on defense after getting a turnover, like all that stuff.
I wanna touch on one of your good friends, Skylar.
All right.
You know, I said Skylar kinda I got the message, but like I said, Skylar, I'm not really gonna say that, but I said describe kind of Kameron in a way. He's like, bro, you know, that's a beast right there. So like, I just want you to kind of touch on him because I see where he's came from. And to know that you guys are both a part of teams that are kind of the best in the city. Obviously, he has Stafford at 27-0.
Yeah.
You have Travis at 23-2. But you guys have kind of been through the same grind and the same mindset. Talk about like that friendship and that kind of that chemistry and what he's meant to you.
Yeah, so the first time I ever knew about Skylar was actually when we played at, like we watched Buoy at seventh grade whenever I played for Lake Olympia. And I saw Buoy play. They was playing Garcia or something like that. So I saw them that time, and then he actually saw me too. He was like, oh yeah, he was like the chubby one. Like I was like yeah. So eighth grade after trials, like we was all just talking, and that's when I finally met him. Then we was like, you know, we all played the game, and so like it's been like since day one, like me and Skylar really been close, and like we've always been sort of that guy on the team. Like Skylar was always really good, even before he had that growth spurt. Like he was like, I remember he was like shorter than me. He was still like talented. He could shoot, dribble, everything, and so like I don't know, like Skylar, like to me he's really improved. Like y'all don't know, but Skylar really couldn't dunk until like mid junior year. Like when he got his first dunk, it's on video. He was screaming, running around the court.
And that's the Skylar way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the Skylar way. Do you? Because I hate to say this. Do you wish he was kind of with you right now?
We talk. Oh my goodness, we talking about that. Even everybody on our team, we talk about like, bro, like if everybody stayed, like we have some people it's this dude Ben at Clements. He's like he was at Travis. Skylar, also like we was like Cam Roberts, like
yeah.
Those who would stay, like we're
running.
we're running everything. Like
there's another teammate that I kind of want you to kind of talk about. Oh, the athletic one. No, I know his name. I just want to kind of give him a nice little intro. The athletic one, and you know. I was with Timmy over the summer when he was with One Time a little bit. He's quite a character. But just talk about him. And, you know, I know that he speaks very, very highly of you and knowing what you can do. What has he meant to this team this year?
It's actually been a lot. Like, if you knew, like, Timmy's development, so I'm going to go all the way back to freshman year.
Talk to him.
He was on freshman B team.
Ooh.
And so, like, he went from freshman B team to JV, and like he was growing. He was growing throughout his JV year. Like his sophomore year, he was growing throughout that year, and so like, but he wasn't just growing. He was like growing in development, like dribbling wise. Like I really feel like freshman year, like Timmy really couldn't dribble that much. He was still the guy on freshman B team, but like he's like if you've seen how much he's developed, like a lot of people don't know him till like this year, but like he's been working. Like before the season really started, me and Timmy would like go up to LA like 5 a.m. before or 4:30 before school started, like just putting up shots. And like he's done that, and his shot has improved a lot. Not only his like at his finishing, like he has a shot to his game, like he can really do it like everything. And I feel like he's gonna get what he wants out of basketball too. And so like he's just really like developed to me.
I see a lot of chemistry between you and him and leadership. How much is it on you two specifically to get Travis where they want to go? Because you can see it. Like there are some plays in the fourth quarter, Kameron, you got that look, but you got that look in Timmy like, boy, we got to get this done.
Yeah.
So just talk about the accountability that you two know that like, hey, whatever happens this year with Travis, it's on us.
Yeah, so on that, like, it's really a lot. Like, I'm like,
Go ahead, no, I want you to explain it.
yeah. So like, it's really everybody on the team, but like, mainly like we know, like I know myself. Like, if we lose a game, I'm gonna think of everything I did bad. I know Timmy's gonna think the same way. Everybody else on the team too. But like, we have so many leaders, not just only me and Timmy, but like when we like, I just know like if at times when we run a play, I just know like if I throw this type of way, like Timmy's gonna catch it. If I throw it, that's like I just know like he has like he wants us like he's been playing like really aggressive, and I really like that because I feel like he can finish over anybody, like just over anybody. He just plays really aggressive. I'm glad he's finally doing that, like knowing his size.
Because like I would say this year, I believe it's more chips because like the way that Justin Mack trusted you is the way that you're trusting Timmy this year. Because I saw a lot of games that Justin Mack will look at you, Cam, go get a bucket. We know what you need to do. And as a senior, to kind of defer to you, is that the same trust you're kind of giving in Timmy this year?
Yeah, like it would be times like we say a play, and like it's like broken a little bit.
Yeah.
And now I'll be like we have this play, like it's just where Timmy's in a post. Like if I see a small defender, I'm like, oh, give him the ball, like let him work, like something like that, because it's like he's so tall and like long, like it's just he can score. I feel like he can score over anybody. So I give him the trust, like, and he does the same thing. Everybody on the team, like I have everybody's trust, like even our little guard, Edward and LeJay, like they can shoot really well. And I don't think everybody knows that, but like anytime I see him, like I'll be like, shoot it, Ed, shoot it, because sometimes they be passing them shots, but like everybody has that trust in everybody, and especially in Timmy, like when he sees somebody like a defender that looks weak, like a weak defender, he's gonna take it, and I have that trust he's gonna finish over them.
I know you probably don't want to answer this, but I want to ask the question anyway, because this is what I do. Are you the district MVP?
I'm gonna go with myself every time. Yes, I think I'm.
No, but give me the reasons why. If I had a vote, why should I vote for you for district MVP?
Okay, I feel like not only is the scoring part of my game,
Okay.
I play defense like.
Okay.
So
that means you need some votes for defensive player of the year too.
Yeah.
Okay.
At my steal count, definitely. Say I average like 3 or 2 steals a game.
Okay.
Yeah, I play defense, and like what Coach Bouncer talks about, like everybody needs intangibles, like the intangibles that I have. Like I feel like I dive on the floor every lose, but like I'm not afraid to get injured. Like I'm not afraid to sacrifice my body for the win. I just do that, and then like I'm like a really like when I'm on it, like I'm hyping on my team. I'm talking on defense every game, like saying where y'all at, like talk to me, talking on the bench anytime I'm on the bench. Like I really think like that's what I'm this year, feel like something like that.
3 years varsity. The Travis Greats who's accomplished 1,000s. We're talking to guys like Ray Penn, Anthony Adunsey, Aaron Harrison, Andrew Harrison, Justin Mack got it. Is Justin Hill 1,000 points too? Justin Hill's 1,000 points. Those are guys that's been playing well in college, guys who played well in the pros, former district MVPs, former state champions. To join that elite company in 3 years, knowing what you've been through in 7th grade, not even playing, to be a 1,000-point score at Travis, what do you say to that?
Just thank you to all, like basically to all my coaches, like trusting me. Coach Brownson last year, he even put he trusted me to have the ball in my hands like in game last year too, like, and that's like I'm like I know some people don't like Coach Brownson, but like Coach Brownson's a really good guy, a really good coach, and all the coaches are too. Like they help us develop, and so like just trust. Like even this year, just trust me. Like when at the end of the quarter, they're like, "What play do you want to run?" I'll be like, "I want to run this play to give me the ball, shoot it, and all that stuff." So like all that, like wow, like I feel like I'm really like not a passive type person, but I get my teammates involved too. So I'm not just always looking for myself, but like scoring 1,000 points while having like a lot of assists, a lot of rebound steals, like all the parts of my game, like I feel like is really good.
AAU, Houston Jumpers. Cam, I would say this: your development obviously took a total boost for the past almost 3 to 4 years. You stayed loyal. You when there was maybe not saying better opportunities, but opportunities in different circuits to perform in front of some of the highest circuits and different coaches. You say, I'm staying with the Houston Jumpers, a team that I got it out the mud from.
Yeah.
You decided to stay with the Houston Jumpers. What does that say about the organization? But the other question I will ask, what does that say about your character and the meaning of loyalty?
Yeah, so, like, I've been on that team since sixth grade summer. And so, like, I grew up, like, all those, like, most of those guys I grew up with. And then, like, for the last 2 years, we played with each other, some new guys. And so, like, just building up that team, like, we started, like, literally, like, if you saw the jerseys we started with, like, it was,
Yeah.
And then to be on, like, the Adidas gold circuit,
Yeah.
like, that, I was like, yeah, I can't miss out that. Because, like, I helped build, like, get to that place, like, and so, like, I was actually, I don't really care, like, about the little politic thing, like, going, like, to other teams. I just wanted to stay where I built, like, for that team. And so I did that, and we played really well on the Adidas gold circuit, and I feel like we did good. Like, I wouldn't change my decision.
Because when I'm telling you, every team was coming after you because they were calling me. They were like, easy. I know it. You got a relationship with Cam Newsome. One time, defenders, like, go get him. We need him. So, like, for you to make that decision, like, what? Because, there's a lot of people that talk. They were like, maybe he stayed because, we don't know. He didn't know how we're going to do in the circuit on a 3SB or a UA. When you hear those rumblings, what do you say to them?
I'm saying I really don't, like, I didn't go to any other team because I didn't know how it was going to be, but, like, it's just, I have my family over there, my friends, everybody that I grew up with, like, that knew me for, like, me, like, that helped develop me. I'm going to stay with them because they helped develop me. I know they have the right goal for me. Like, they want what's best for me. And I'm not saying nobody else doesn't, but, like, I already built that trust with all the coaches and, like, all the other coaches, all the players, like, so that's why I stayed.
Talk about your coaches for the Jumpers, because I said, I don't think they get enough love of what the development, not only they did for you, but also for that organization to be in one of the top circuits in the country in Adidas. Talk about that.
Yeah, so my AAU coach for this year, Coach Lauren, he was like, everything that we was doing in AAU really transferred over to, like, Travis, especially defensive wise,
yeah.
like, so, like, we would be up every game. He would, like, get up, are you tired? Like, you need a break, I'll get you back in, all that stuff. And so, like, he's done a really good job, and not only, like, by coaching us, but getting me in contact with college coaches, everything, like, asking me, calling me, like, he called me yesterday, like, what's going on with you? Like, everything you're recruiting, like, I was like, it's good right now. Like, I'm reaching out to coaches, everything. It's like, yeah, just keep doing that, trust the process, all that stuff. Like, he just checks up on me, like, and, like, it just means, like, a lot, like, still doing that.
Your summer and spring this past season was actually pretty big. The opportunity to kind of play some of these big name teams in the city and your ability to perform against teams like that. How confident, because, like, even when you play with a killing mentality, but to me, that mentality that you play with is that's your joy. So just talking about being able to play top programs in the city with your guys.
Yeah. So, being able to do, like, I don't know, I will always, whenever we play, like, big teams, so, like, TJ Ford in that Marcus Sloan tournament.
Yeah.
Like, I always going, like, a little nervous, like, warming up and stuff. But that, I feel like that's everybody. But then, like, when we get, like, when the ball goes up for a jump ball, like go time, and, like, I remember, like, just playing them, and that was the first time we played, like, somebody, like, I feel like big, like, somebody really big, and I ended up having 27, and we was winning the whole game.
Yeah.
And literally they hit, like, this 3 or something, or got this transition 3, and we ended up losing by, like, 2 or 3, something like that. I was just like, oh yeah, we're gonna be good, like, and that's back when we added Jared too, like, we added Jared, and then we had Timmy playing that thing, so, like, that was like, I was really like, okay, we're gonna be good, like, And I feel like we was gonna go to 3SSB, but we lost this one game to this team that made it to 3SSB, and we lost them by 6. And now I feel like that's what put us out of the 3SSB thing. So
when you talk about AAU now, like obviously that era is over. Yeah. What do you remember about it?
One of my like vivid memories was like in practice, like after like back my sophomore summer going into my junior summer, like we had this practice where it was like parents versus players, and like so like all the parents like was like you know how parents start on the sideline, like
we know.
And then I always think on, I'd never say it out loud, like, hey, y'all come out here and do this, like y'all talking, and then so we played them and like obviously beat them, but it was like just fun, like just doing stuff like that. I know like my uncle like just wants to do like he sets that type of stuff up, and then like just doing that, it's like really fun memories, like not just on the basketball standpoint, but like memories I'll remember for my whole life, like throughout my AAU journey. Like, yeah.
We transition back to Travis. What is a successful season for the Travis Tigers?
Yeah, so a successful season is not just making playoffs. Like going forward, that's not successful for us. Like I want to like go deep into playoffs this year, especially this year, because I know we can. Like going deep into playoffs, and especially with the Division I.
That's what I was gonna ask you about. You, but keep going.
Like not like Division I, Division II. Like it's a easier. It's not necessarily an easier road, but less games like to get to state, and so like doing that, like just not even because we want to win district. That was our goal. Like I promise you, we was telling like AP students, our football team, who got like fourth. I can't remember if they got third place or fourth place in district. We was like, we're finna win district. Like all these teams y'all lost to, we're finna win district real. And they just didn't believe us. The APs did, but like we told everybody we were finna win district, and like it's just that's our goal right now. But we know we want to do something more than that in the playoffs.
So with the division split, obviously, so my thoughts about it, I just told somebody, they asked me, what you think? And I just said, I don't want to take anything away from anybody, but it just looks like we're going to be having a lot of state champions that are questionable. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? So what's your thoughts on the division split? Yeah, because I said I can more understand it for football, because like football is like almost like it's a big sport. So like it is like I'll take 2 state champions in football, but in basketball, all you have to do is roll it out. We'll see who's the better team.
Yeah. So like even last night I was talking to this talking to her about somebody on the phone. Like it's crazy because like say like us, and I'll just say us, and since Richmond is also a big school, like us and Bush, like Bush will be Division II if they made playoffs. We'd be Division I. Like us and Bush could both win state. Like somebody in the same district, and it's just like, oh, like that doesn't seem right. So like I like the state tournament because it's also fun.
But I would say this, because I know it's less, it might be one less game, but I would say it can be a lot tougher, especially in the first round, because a number 1 seed out of a district could really play another number 1, like a number 2 seed out of another district. So when you kind of see that, what do you kind of just say to that?
I think I mean, like it's their team wins, but like I don't think I like the everybody's division, like the same state, like just one state champion. Like I like that, but like I don't know. It's just like it's confusing to me, to be honest.
When you talk about other teams in the city, because we're not going to sit here and deny. I know that you've probably been keeping up and looking and looking at other teams across the city. What kind of teams? What teams do you actually like, and players do you actually like from the city of Houston?
Like going off of who I played against?
Played against, or like teams that you watched.
I feel like Shadow Creek is good, but Shadow Creek is Division II. Mm-hmm. So like going off like Division I schools, I would say Bel Air. Like we lost them last year. I still want that get back. Like
Shelton Henderson, the number 1 player in maybe in the state of Texas. So I get it. Okay.
So I want to play them again. Just going against good competition in general. Like I just want to. I want to go further than the second round like we did last year, and so Like, I know we're gonna have to play good teams. Like, we've been talking about it. Like, I've definitely been keeping up with the Pearland district because I want to see who's gonna play it. I know, like, if we play second round, we're gonna have to play somebody like a Atascocita or something. So
For them to get Jakai back, I said, I told myself, because like they weren't my pick, but I said now Jakai is back. I said, oh God, like it's gonna be a lot of table movement with him back. Travis Tigers, what legacy do you want to leave?
Legacy I want to leave, like, that's the question to think about. Legacy I want to leave definitely is not even on like just the Travis basketball players, but like the teachers, AP. Like, I want them to know, like, I wasn't strictly basketball. Like, I was more than a basketball player. Like that, and also that's what Coach Brown talks about. Like, what are you besides a basketball player? Like, are you, like, you're more than a basketball player? And so, like, I just want to be known as, like, I was an all around good student. Like, I played basketball. I was good at that, clearly. Like, but also I did good, like, around Travis. Like, like I still help teachers out, like moving things around their room, everything. Like, I want to just be known, like, as a servant leader, basically.
Other than basketball, who was Kameron Newsome?
Just like Coach Brown said, like a servant leader. I feel like I help. If anybody needs, like, I never like belittle anybody. Like, I feel like being kind, like we were just talking about this too. Being kind, like, takes nothing. Like, being like belittling somebody, like, it takes stuff. Like, it's like harder than being kind. So like I always try to be like accepting to other people, like being kind to other people, like helping them out if they need anything like that.
One thing that kind of caught my eye, you said that you're in broadcasting class. Do you have aspirations to kind of do this when your playing days are over?
A little. Miss Hill, one of our teacher, like, she was like, she really wanted me in broadcasting because I was like a big part of basketball. So like I do basketball interviews on my own teammates.
Oh,
so yeah, like I put them, and then we have this broadcasting channel that like we post like in like every Travis, like all the Travis students see it during like advisory time. And so like I do interviews. I did an interview on Coach Bouncing, the players, the APs, like everything. Like it's like I feel like I'm really good at it, so that's probably something I'll take in consideration.
One thing that I do want to kind of touch on, because I think I haven't touched on this yet, when it comes to the next level of committing to go to a university, what are you looking for? And because right now, Cam, we all know we're in the era that's called NIL.
Yeah.
So now we got to start thinking about that stuff, because like I say, we don't know in which directions from the top players to the last player. So they're making money somehow. So like, what are you kind of looking for when it comes to committing to that next level?
Yeah, so obviously I want to get paid for playing, stuff like that, but everything that I've told like every coach, like I just want it to feel like home, because like wherever I go, like I just want it to feel like the community that I feel like right now, like Travis is I can't stress this enough, like Travis is a really good school. Like if you go there, you'll see like how good the school is. Like it's just so many things that the APs, teachers do for us that makes you want to go to school. Other like there's still students that don't want to go, but
yeah,
like I just want to feel like home, basically, like not even on the basketball standpoint, but like just outside, like doing school stuff. I want to feel like home.
You know, it's funny that you say that, because I said I want to get back to Mr. Damon Raby. There was the time that he felt like Easy, and he didn't know if he wanted to stay at Travis. As time got on, he said, Easy, I want to stay here, because not just for the basketball, but for the environment and the culture. And I said, that's a good decision. Because I told him, I was like, sleep on it, pray about it, think about it. And I told him those 3 things. And then he came back to me probably 3 months later. He said, Easy, I did his dad, Travis. I said, this is the place I want to be. So when you kind of talk about the environment and the culture, not just on the court, but like off the court with the APs, what have they done for students to kind of just give them an opportunity to be successful?
So like, I'll say one, maybe like one of our college advisors, Miss Martinez, like, and this is literally if you ever meet her, this is the kindest person you'll ever meet. After basketball, after football, like I feel like not even non-athletes too, but like during lunch, we all go into our room and just talk. Like she just allows everybody to go in her room
And like, she's obviously like a busy person because she's a college advisor, especially right now. But like, she just like accepts everybody into her room, even how loud it is. Like, she tells them quiet down sometimes. But like, sometimes before basketball practice, like I have off periods. I get out of school at 12:30. And so like after, if I don't feel like driving home, like I literally just go to sleep on she has like a little couch like in her corner. Like, we go to sleep, like some like basketball players, football players, like she's really accepting. And like AP's like Mr. Bassett, another person. He's at almost every game. He posts us on the thing. Like, he's a really big basketball person. And like teachers, like they're going around advertising, like come to a basketball game, like telling students that like just wanting like like the support that we get from the teachers, APs, all the staff at Travis is like really good. Like, it's a really good environment.
I kind of want to get some quick hitters in there. Obviously, you're 2025. The question that I pose, give me 4 other 2025 guys that you would run with in a pickup basketball game in the city.
Okay, so I gotta go with Timmy, obviously.
Okay.
Need somebody athletic.
Okay.
Hey, I don't want to. Obviously, I'll pick all my teammates.
Yeah.
But yeah, I gotta go with Timmy. Let's see. I'm gonna just go with Fort Bend schools.
Oh, you can choose anybody from the city. It doesn't. If you want to choose Fort Bend, that's cool. But like, you can pick anybody from the city.
All right. I'll do Fort Bend.
Okay.
Timmy, and then I got me, obviously, and sorry. This switch for Nuggets. I'll do also our big Chino because he's like really aggressive.
Okay.
And then my 2 other guards, I'll do 2 other guards. I guess I'll do Dorian and somebody else. Can't think of another guard.
I'm surprised because I'm still waiting for your final answer.
Oh, Jared, obviously.
Yeah, that's what I was like, oh, is he gonna say Sasser? I was waiting. I was like, hold on. I said, hold on. He. And the thing is, I'm surprised you didn't. Oh, well, you did Fort Bend. I said, I'm surprised you didn't choose Skylar, but it's Fort Bend. So I can give me some music that you're jamming. If I had to go through your phone, what are you jamming? And I would want you to say. And the other thing I would want you to do pertaining to music. Give me a song that I should listen to from an artist.
Okay. So before games, like my before game playlist is like rap and stuff, but outside of like games, like I'm listening to like R&B and all that stuff.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm trying to get turned up for the game. So
No, yeah.
It used to be like Lil Baby everything.
Yeah.
You know, since he got rich, like he's kind of like, so I mean,
But he talk right.
So I go with one song I really like is Influenced by G Herbo.
Okay.
It's really good.
Okay.
Like I listen to this artist named Chucky. He just has like a lot of turn songs, and then Boss Man D-Lo.
Okay.
Obviously, and then yeah. And then what was the next one? Which one you
Yeah. No. I want you to pick a song that I should listen to.
Okay, you should see.
And I want to tell you guys something, to all the viewers. I have not even listened to the new Kendrick yet. So I have not listened to none of the Kendrick yet. So like pick a song. I don't yeah.
I would say listen to a song. I'll say listen to Influence by G Herbo.
Okay.
But that's a song that I found from somebody else, and it was really cool.
Start, bench, cut. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok.
I got that's. I gotta put Twitter because that's just all the coaches. Like I have to.
So are you starting or benching? Like?
I'll bench Twitter because I don't be on it anything else. But
okay.
TikTok just got banned recently and then got back up.
Yeah, that's why I said
what to do. But Instagram was like, I'll cut TikTok because Instagram has like TikTok things like on Reels and stuff, and then also has like the post social.
So you're starting Instagram?
Yeah, start Instagram, bench Twitter, and then cut TikTok.
Okay. Give me your 5 best in the NBA right now.
Shea,
Barely.
He's my MVP.
MVP.
He's my MVP.
Let's see. And then 5, I got Jokic.
Mm-hmm.
And then 4,
That was it.
I was just put LeBron out. At my 3 still, because
Okay.
So Shea and LeBron, then Jokic, and then my 4. So we'll beat Wemby.
Hey,
I'll put I could put Jokic at my 4. Wemby at my 5. Yeah.
no Giannis?
No.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
No Giannis.
I would go Jason Tatum, to be honest.
3 people, dead or alive, you would want to have dinner with.
3 people. First person, Harden. Anybody that knows me knows that I've been a diehard Harden fan since he moved from OKC to the Rockets. I have all his I have a bobblehead, all his gear, all that stuff. And then second person, but second person would be Lil Baby.
Okay.
Lil Baby, because I know he's gonna go all out.
Yeah.
And then third person, third person. Third person I want to have dinner with us. Oh goodness. Will Chamberlain. I gotta ask him if that 100-point game actually happened.
I like that. I like that. Yo, I like that. I like that. 3 athletes you admire that do not play basketball.
Okay. One athlete, Tiger Woods.
Okay.
He I've heard I recently heard his story that's somebody I admire.
Okay.
And then see another person here. Go football. Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
He's better than Tom Brady.
Hey, don't do that. Don't do that to me. You did that on purpose because you know me. You did that on purpose because you know me. We're not going to have this discussion right now. Oh, my God, man. Lamar Jackson pissed me off yesterday, so it's okay. It's okay, man. It's okay.
All right. And then somebody else. And look. Michael Phelps.
I like that. The Olympian. I think I said I really have two more questions for you. 2 more, and then I said I think we'll be out of here. I would actually first want to just say, who is Kameron Newsome?
He's a basketball player, but not only that, I'm really all. I don't want to boast myself, but I feel like I'm an all around good person. Off the court, on the court, I'm hard on my teammates. So at times, I know I get down, but that's kind of every athlete. But I'm always supportive of what they're doing. If any of my teammates that's everybody on my team. Any of them need a ride home, going somewhere, need somebody to go with them. I'm going if I don't have nothing to do, I'm just an all-around good person, I feel like.
And if you weren't playing basketball, what would you be doing?
I always say this to my teammates, but that's all of our basketball players who we can go to football. You was in football, we'd be 5 stars. That's what we said. But I don't know. But that's probably what I'd be doing. I have to be doing some type of sport to even out the academics. I don't know. That's something I do.
And my last mini question. Rate your experience on the Easy Corner.
Gotta be a 10. 10. Those are great questions.
I appreciate it. The last thing I just kind of want you to do, Throw out your Twittergram, Instagram, and the unbanned TikTok.
My Instagram is 2 with a 2 and then tough.cam. And then my Twitter, Kameron Newsome 0. My TikTok is like user 2310K, something like that. I don't know. I don't really be on TikTok like
Okay.
that. Yeah.
I appreciate it, Cam. It has been another episode of the EZ Corner. I'm sitting with the Travis Killer, my front runner for the district MVP of Fort Bend, Mr. Kameron Newsome. See you guys next time.
All right, we're not done. I got 5 questions for you.
Talk to me.
So, first question is, who's your top 4 you got making the playoffs for Travis? I mean, not for Travis, but for Fort Bend.
Man, obviously you guys are number 1. I'm gonna put you guys at number 1. Number 2, Dorian Hayes and Jalen Singleton at Richmond. I think they're 2. Number 3, I would say I haven't looked at the district stands in a long time, but if I was a betting man, I'll go Clements. I just think, like I say, Aziz and what he does and being able to score the basketball along with Coach Price. Like, obviously he doesn't have the same talent like he did a year ago, but I'll put them at 3. And I said at number 4, I got to go Austin. I think Coach Linden is doing a great job down there. Obviously, he's responsible for one of your losses, even though you guys got him back. But if I say top 4 teams, I think in that order, that's my top 4 teams in Fort Bend going to the playoffs.
All right, so no Bush.
Oh! Oh, my God. Yo, man, I totally forgot. You know what? Sorry, Austin Bush, because I said I love my boy Laborski. I said I will never cap my boy Laborski out. He played for the Houston Defenders this year and Coach Gay. So I'm gonna go Bush. I forgot about Bush. I'm sorry. I did forget about Bush. Bush. But honestly, I'll put Bush 3, Clements 4.
Yeah.
Bush 3, Clements 4.
So, besides me, who's the best player to come out of Travis?
Yeah. Oh my God. God, this is a tough one. This is a tough one because I said I already know whoever sees this is gonna get ridiculed, and I've been dealing with the ridicule for 2 weeks. So I want to say I plead the 5th, but like honestly, we gotta go Twins because those are the guys that got it done. I'm not gonna choose a twin, but because I always tell Aaron, you guys are a package deal. But I gotta go with the Twins. Like I can't deny. 3 regional finals when they got there, 3 regional finals, 2 state championship appearances, a state championship, McDonald's All-Americans. Aaron was Mr. Texas and Mr. Gatorade in Texas, so I can't take that away from the Twins. Yeah.
Okay. If you could build a Fort Bend team to win state, who are you putting at your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Who are you picking?
If I had to build a Fort Bend team with today's players,
yes.
Can I add a 6?
Yeah, 6 man.
Okay.
Yeah, 6 man.
If I had to build a team, obviously, Cam, I'm starting with you, man. But honestly, I'll start with you. I'll put you up there. I think Sasser would be my point guard. I think Sasser, because I don't think people realize how well Sasser plays with others. Yeah. Like, he actually, I don't really like him as the scorer this year, but I know when he has running mates, that's when he's at his best. I'll go. So I'll put. You guys are my backcourt. I think Dorian. He's gonna have to play my 3. I'm sorry because I'm not gonna not leave him out there. I would say my 5. Obviously, Timmy is a strong choice, but like I said, I haven't seen everybody play like the Austins, and that I saw. Obviously, I've seen Elkins. I don't really know about Hightower's bigs, Bush. Yeah, I really don't know about that, but honestly, I'll probably go small. So if it's small, I'm going Sasser, Cameron, Dorian, Aziz, Tilly. My 6th man, Laborski. That's it.
All right, and last question.
Talk to me.
Who do you have? I want to know who you have getting defensive MVP, offensive MVP. I already know district MVP, and then winning district.
Travis is winning district. You guys are 7-0. But the problem is, I'm going to say this in the camera. I really believe Richmond will get y'all back. I don't think you guys get it into undefeated. I don't believe that you guys get an undefeated district. You guys are not walking through Fort Bend getting undefeated. I believe that you guys win the possession games, but I believe that loss can make you guys better. Because remember, Cam, I watched y'all against Elkins, only beat them by 2, and we know how Elkins is right now. So like, I'm just sitting here, I'm sitting here looking like, I don't think you guys walk out of Fort Bend undefeated. I think it's one loss. I think Richmond will have that game at home. The crowd will be rocking. That's the last game of the season. I don't believe Dorian Hayes, Jalen Singleton, and that crew will lose a big game like that at home. That's what I believe. I believe it'll be a close game, but I'm going to favor Richmond because I think in the back of their psyche, like, we can get these guys. But I just think that last game is almost going to be so personal that you guys already got district wrapped up. I think Richmond is playing for playing at home and playing for pride, that Dorian Hayes will say, yo, I am not losing my last game in this building.
Well, it was personal for us the first time because we played Bush at 12 o'clock, and they turned around and played Clements and Richmond. And so we have the same locker room. They put open gym January 18th.
I heard about that.
So we was like, okay.
I heard about that.
We took that person.
Okay, I got you. I believe that you guys will be ready to play, but I just believe that home and home, you guys are splitting. But I think that you guys will finish the district with only one loss. My offense MVP, Dorian Hayes. I just think that guy he's as prolific as a scorer that I've seen in this city for what he does, and then getting those guys just getting ready. I have a lot of respect for him, especially like I said, you guys. I believe that you guys have had the same pathway because I said I saw you guys both in 7th grade. I didn't think now we're talking about 2 guys that are going to be Division I basketball players, even though he's committed to UTSA already. That these are guys are the forefronters for district MVP for seeing to where you guys go, where you guys have been. And the one thing that I commend you guys on is in an era that a lot of people transferred, you guys stay loyal to you guys' schools. That's the one thing that I'm going to really, really, really harp on, that you guys stay loyal. Like, Cam, I'm pretty sure you probably could have went anywhere else. I'm pretty sure Dorian Hayes, I know that he could have went everywhere else. But to guys to finish what you guys started, because I've been actually talking I've been talking a little bit down on Fort Bend because I just said I don't think it's as where it used to be. But to see guys like y'all really kind of fighting and scrapping, that Ridge Point and Travis game, I watched it on my phone and I said, that's a classic Fort Bend game. That's games that people wait for. We're not doing it at Hobson. We're going to play home and home. You play at Travis, we'll see your butts at Ridge Point in the last game of the season. That's what Fort Bend is about. So I take a lot of pride watching you guys, knowing that, like, yo, because I'm a Fort Bend of love. I've been in Fort Bend since I was elementary, middle school, high school, and I worked there. So, like, I just see that Fort Bend feel that I saw on Saturday. Like I just said, I kudos to both of you guys. Like I said, but I'm going to give you the edge on the MVP. He's the offensive MVP. You guys are winning district. Brownson, he's my coach of the year. I'm gonna throw it out there. Coach Brownson is my coach of the year. And then my defensive player of the year. So Cam, this is my big thing. I'm not really high on statistical defense. I'm really high on players who really lock up for the stats that don't really show up. So you can lead the district in steals. That might be passing lane steals, because I tell everybody this: Allen Iverson led the league in steals, never made one defensive team. A lot of passing lane steals. That doesn't mean just because you lead the league in steals doesn't mean you can lock up. So if I had to kind of just say, who is it? Obviously, we're gonna show some love to Timmy, because I said we know what he's doing with his athletic prowess. But I would say this on Kameron: I challenge you, can you lock up in big time moments? Not just get those blocks, but like obviously we're seeing Timmy kind of be more wing oriented. He's able to shoot, he's starting to handle, he's starting to actually pass the ball. But on that next level, you're guarding wings. So my challenge is to Timmy, you're not going to be that weak side defender for long, because my whole thing is this: you talk about how Shadow Creek can be D2, but depending on the numbers who makes it, they might be D1. What if you do see him in a playoff series and he has to go against Bryce Jackson, Atascocita, and Jalen Finner, who's committed to Louisiana Tech? What if you have to face a wing guard that's 6'5" to 6'8"? That's the Timmy that if he can show me he can do that, because right now I'm going to pick him as defensive player by default. I'm not going to pick him because like he earned it, but like he's on the best team and you got to play really defensively. But my question is to Timmy is, can you lock up? Not just get weak side blocks and grab rebounds. Yeah. Like you see Rudy Gobert, he's defensive player of the year. But when it comes to playoff time, you get him on that island, he's unplayable.
Yeah, I got Timmy at defense too.
Yeah. So that's my only. But those are my awards. If you have any other questions, I'll ask.
We're done now.